In this video, I'll be showing exactly how much tax-free and truly passive dividend income I've earned in the month of April. My ultimate goal is to reach an average of £4,000 per month in dividend income. In order to achieve this goal, I will add to the account regularly, never take anything out, and of course reinvest all dividends. In addition to this, I will also invest every penny I make both directly and indirectly through this channel. Dividend investing is a slow process, so in order to stay motivated, it's important to have near-term goals as well as long-term goals, and to celebrate each time you reach one. If you're just getting started, things will seem to be moving painfully slowly, but don't worry, after a few months, you'll likely be pleasantly surprised by the progress you're making. Time is going to pass either way, so why not take advantage of the miracle of compounding? The sooner you start, the better off you'll be. The content of this video is not intended to be financial advice. I'm only sharing my own experiences. I received a modest £3 dividend from Diageo this April. Diageo pays a fairly low dividend of just 2.1%, which is currently the lowest in my portfolio. That being said, Diageo has a long history of increasing its dividend every single year, which has a significant effect on your yield on cost when you hold for the long term. This is one of the most overlooked aspects of dividend investing. Let's take a look at an example. Let's say you invested a couple of grand in Diageo way back in the year 2000, at which point Diageo was already a well-established and well-known company. You would now be earning a massive 14% dividend on that original sum versus 2.1% if you invested today. This really shows the power of investing over the long term, as well as picking stocks that consistently grow their dividend year on year. The next dividend I received was from GSK in the healthcare sector. GSK paid me £5 this month, and they pay their dividend quarterly. GSK has a solid dividend of 4%, which is above the index average. GSK has a payout ratio of 16%, meaning just 16% of GSK's earnings are paid out as a dividend. The lower this number, the better. If a company is paying out a large percentage of its earnings as a dividend, it may not be sustainable over the long term. HSBC paid me £17 this month, which is the largest single dividend I've received to date. HSBC has a very attractive dividend yield of 5.5%, although as you can see in the chart, their payout history is a bit of a chop fest, with yields regularly being raised and cut. This monthly dividend chart keeps track of the actual amount of dividends that I've earned each month. As you can see, the trend is upwards, but there will be a lot of ups and downs on this chart going forward. Some months are just better for dividends than others. For example, not many companies pay out in February. Due to the inconsistent nature of the actual dividend income I receive, I also keep track of my average monthly dividend income, so I can see the steady growth, which is much more encouraging to me. To work out my average monthly income, I simply take my total expected yearly dividend income and divide it by 12. My current average monthly dividend income stands at £25, which is a milestone of mine I've been very happy to reach. The next milestone I'm working towards is £31, which of course works out to be about £1 a day. This one is a bit of a game changer in my mind, as at that point, I'm no longer earning just pennies each day. These are the actual dividend returns I get on each stock that I own, and will differ from the amount you would get if you purchased today. This is known as yield on cost, and it's dependent on the average price you paid for the stock. The total dividend yield on cost across my portfolio is currently 4.7%, which is slightly above the current FTSE 100's index average of 3.6%. This pie chart shows a breakdown of the dividend income I receive by sector. Clearly financials is currently dominating in terms of income. However, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I plan to increase my ETF holdings to make up around 50% of my portfolio. As I've been adding to my ETF positions recently, which has in turn increased my ETF based income from 15.3% last month to 20.7% this month. This helps to diversify my income somewhat. I also plan to invest in a new sector soon to help balance things out a bit more. On to May's upcoming ex-dividend dates now. If you want to purchase any of these stocks, then be sure to do it before the dates listed here, or you won't be entitled to the dividend. I personally own Unilever and GSK, and might add a little to each of them myself since I've moved over to Trading 212 and no longer have to worry about commissions eating into smaller purchases. If you've recently started investing and you're finding it hard to stay motivated, then why not check out this video next.